Greetings, folks. Iolair here. Today I have a replay that basically has to be seen to be believed. This is a match that was sent to me by my colleague Quantumslip, who plays on both the North America and the EU servers. I think this match was from the EU. And he was in a ranked battle that was being played on Big Race. And at this point in the match, he's already gone down. So I'm having to use the free camera here to show you what happens. And I'll apologize in advance as the controls are pretty primitive, and so some of the quality of the camera control is pretty poor. But at this point, we've had a fairly quick exchange of ships, and we're down to a 4-on-2 situation with three very healthy battleships and a destroyer against a destroyer and a cruiser. In fact, in a moment, the cruiser, the York, which is south of Bravo, will go down quite soon, and that will leave it as a 4-on-1 situation. Now, what's going to transpire over the next few minutes is a combination mostly of incredible stupidity, some very bad luck, and some heads-up play by the opponents. So in fact, there goes the York, so now it's a 4-on-1 situation. And the Moss, the Allied Moss, has moved into the Bravo cap, but it looks like, yes, he has gotten detected by the Haida that we can now see southeast of Bravo. And the Haida is putting fire on the Moss in sort of an act of desperation to try to keep the cap that his team does have, as the Allies have now just secured Alpha. And in this exchange, the Haida is going to win this fight, and that's going to take down the Moss. This particular exchange is kind of neutral in the overall scheme of things. There's a ping in the map here on the north side of the map towards the Sinop by this Scharnhorst that is now just fired on his ally. And here we get to the stupidity. So in no way do I condone the act of this Scharnhorst. The Scharnhorst, I think, was quite, or the Scharnhorst player, I should say. I think the player was quite frustrated with the position and lack of engagement by the Sinop player, and he's now fired again and gone pink. But this doesn't give the Scharnhorst player any right to shoot at his ally. But he's going to continue to do that. And I'm going to politely but firmly ask my audience who watch this to not make any attempts to contact the Scharnhorst player, who's kind of instigating the basis of this stupidity. It's already clear that what he's doing is wrong, and I don't want to have kind of like a repeat situation that the Mighty Jingles had about a year ago with a similar ranked battle situation where a teammate of a player who sent in the video made some poor choices, and it turned out that that player who made the poor choices ended up getting harassed by a number of people in the community, and I don't want to have that repeated here, but I think this can be fairly instructive. Now, with that last salvo, the Scharnhorst has now just damaged himself, and I don't know if this is a last act of desperation against the Sinop, but he's now sent his torpedoes. But shortly before the torpedoes arrive, he's going to fire another salvo and kill himself. And by an incredible stroke of bad luck, the torpedoes detonate the Allied Sinop. So now we are in a 1-on-1 situation. Now the sole remaining Sinop is going to make the right choice here to start trying to move away. And I've transitioned here another minute or so as he's getting turned around. The Haida successfully secured Charlie, and he has now sent torpedoes into Bravo. And those center two torpedoes look very good. There's one, there's two. It's not quite enough to kill the Sinop, but the Haida, which is off camera, does fire on the Sinop and successfully sinks the Sinop and wins the game for the opponents. So, an incredible display, like I said, of stupidity and bad luck, and some heads-up play by the Haida. With some small consolation for Quantumslip, he did preserve his star, but I'm sure that was not a very welcome result nonetheless. So I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed the replay and the commentary. I hope at least it was somewhat instructive. Please do leave your comments below, and as always, we hope to see you out there on the virtual seas, and we wish you Happy sailing.